I guarantee you, be the person that you can be. This is Valentine's weekend, and I want to tell you the first thing that each and every one of you must do is to love yourself. We live in a world where too many young people are looking here and there trying to figure out, how do I fit in? Nobody wants to be alone. Nobody wants to be lonely. Nobody wants to be lame. Everybody wants to be accepted. But young people, as you hear me in this room, if you don't hear nothing else, hear me sing this. Love and appreciate yourself. How can anyone truly love you if you don't first love yourself? One of my favorite comments. Guys, I'm nerdy, and I remember one day I worked up my presentation. There was a girl I really liked. I worked up a presentation to go talk to her. I practiced, I dropped my voice, and I tried to be all suave. I was gonna be like, hey girl, how you doing, And, it didn't quite come out that way, I came up in the school, had on my best outfit, I was fly like a G6, I came in there looking good, and I'll never forget it, y'all, I'll never forget it when I went up to her, she looked at me, I looked at her, and I said, hey, how you doing? It didn't quite come out the way I imagined it, and she looked at me, I'll never forget those words. I had practiced for a month, and she looked at me and she said, ew, get away from me, and that was the way girls treated me. That was the way life was. I know you feel sorry for me. I feel sorry for myself. So sorry that one day I was in the bathroom and I would look at the sink because I didn't like looking at myself in the mirror. Seriously, I hated the reflection that I saw. I hated the image that I saw. I had no self-confidence. And one day my mother came in the bathroom and she looked at me and she said, son, lift your head up and you look at yourself. I think you're the most handsome boy in the world. I looked at her and I said, you're my mama, you're supposed to say that. Then she looked at me with tears in her eyes. I'll never forget this as long as I live. She said, son, I can tell you that, anybody else can tell you, but until you believe that for yourself, it'll make no difference. All these different things began to happen in my life when I got scholarship offers from different colleges. The same people had to look at me when I was a little boy from Shelby, North Carolina. I had the opportunity to go out to the state of Texas and become the third person in North Carolina history to become a National Beta Club officer. Guys, what I'm telling you is this. No matter what people say about you, like Carla said earlier, you should take hatred. Let me say it like this. Take your haters and turn them into elevators. Every time people turn you, listen to this. I want you to get this. Young people use that phrase a lot. For the older people who don't know what I'm talking about, haters are people who put you down, So feel like I'm living a teenage dream. The way you smile at me, I can't sleep. Let's run away and don't ever look back. Don't ever look back. And he got really emotional when he said this. I'm gonna get your heart racing if that's what you need in this teenage dream tonight. I'll let you rest your head on me if you marry me. He pulled out a ring, grabbed her hand that she had left and looked at her in the eyes and said this. Make my dream come true tonight. She looked at him and for the first time in months, you don't gotta follow. If you guys decide today that I'm gonna change the way I act and I'm gonna continue acting right if that's what I'm doing, you're gonna change your school's gonna change your town will change your state will change your entire nation. There's a word that I like to leave you with. Diamond Dave and I say this everywhere we go, and I know you probably look at me like I'm crazy. I want each and every one of you to know that I love you, sincerely. And this always makes me a little suspect with the guys. They look at me like, dude, that's enough, But the reason why I say I love you so much is because this right here is the generation that will change the world. That's why I pour out of my heart and speak to you guys. I'm 27 years old and I'm seeing the way the world is headed, and I know the beta's gonna be different. I just know it, and you know why you gotta be different? I don't have any children of my own. I'm really excited when God takes me to that opportunity one of these days, but what I do have is two beautiful nephews. And if these two are gonna be in the world today, you are gonna be the ones leading them through the world. Please, hear me out. Be the difference makers. Be somebody they can look up to. Don't let them have to look up to negativity. Be the positive difference. I love each and every one of you and continue to do what's best for Beta. Thank you for listening to me for a few minutes. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.